Hello. So this is the weekend where in theaters, Thor Love and Thunder just came out, and then they were like, oof, well we don't want to release another tentpole, so like Where the Crawdads Sing was like the biggest film released theatrically this week, and then like the even the streamers were like, I don't know, everybody's watching Thor. And then Netflix is like, well, we're releasing The Gray Men next week. So even the streaming releases this week were kind of like. So we got like Persuasion on Netflix, and then we got like a John Cho movie on Amazon that I couldn't even find. And then we had this. And guess which one I decided to watch first? This fucking thing. I'm John Stark from BackTheMovieGuy.com. And this is the Freevee original. Love. Accidentally. Yeah, I'm a blind film critic. So at first I was like, oh, this is Freevee. It's not going to have audio description. And then I was browsing, and I was actually browsing it through Amazon, and it was like, it went to like the line, it was like Freevee, and it had right there, didn't have their own new movie for the week, but right there, it was love, love, and audio description, and just. So, so yeah, I picked this thing. Freevee, I've not seen audio description on Freevee for anything, so this is like breaking new territory. I don't even know if the audio description project tracks Freevee. I don't know if they know that this film has audio description, but it does. Fun. I don't even really know who's in this. When we were, I saw like a thing for it, and I know it's got one of the girls that was in Dollface, and Denise Richards is in this. This is not really like a good measure of, of whether or not a film is going to be good or not. Is when you're like, ooh, who's the person I know the most? Denise Richards. This is positive. This is going to be great. So what this film is, for those of you who are like, what the is this film? It's You've Got Mail. That's all it is. Somebody just decided that they were going to make You've Got Mail again, and which is in itself a remake of The Shop Around the Corner, which was like letter writing, and then they went to email writing. But guess what we do now? We text people. So they did a film with texting. It's the same format as You've Got Mail. We're two people who know each other in real life and don't like each other and consider themselves competition, end up in some asinine situation where they're having to write to each other, but their identities when they're writing are unknown, because she blind texts him thinking she's texting somebody else, and it ends up being this dude. And he's reading it, but he doesn't know it's her, and he's reading these texts, and then they bond over text messaging. But in like real life, they're like deadly rivals that like might decapitate each other at any moment in time over this business deal that they're both trying to get, steal from the other one so they can both get a leg up in this business that they work at, his job. I can't even go over like the likelihood that, this whole thing happens. But anyway, they're trying to sell like wine, and it's just You've Got Mail. And I realize that asking the next generation of people to just go watch You've Got Mail, listen, I know that film is like 20 years old, and I know if I was a teenager, if this was like, in like late 90s, early 2000s, and somebody was like, oh, that film that you like so much, yeah, they did it better 20 years ago, over 20 years ago, 24 years ago. Why don't you just go back and watch a 24-year-old movie? I would be like, nah, dude, I'm not going to go back and watch something from the 70s, But I was a dick back then. So, I did see older movies, but I probably would have been like, no, this is my movie from my generation because we're doing things better right now. But sometimes we don't always do things better. Sometimes we do. Sometimes new movies come out and they're great. And they make new adaptations of things and somebody has a new voice and they have an interesting perspective and they do great things with old titles. I mean, we've had 1,000 Little Women adaptations and Greta Gerwig came along and was like, I think I still have something to say on this. And everybody was like, why? No, you don't. Nobody could possibly have anything else to say about Little Women. We have had far too many Little Women adaptations as it is. Yet masterfully, she did have something else interesting to say and found a way to tell the story in a way where the film was good and did something. You know, it didn't take away from previous versions of Little Women that were successful. They just both worked. This could have done that. It doesn't do that. It just feels like some crappy film that you just stumbled upon on Lifetime or something. It's not. There's a reason why Amazon didn't build this as their own, and they shoved it onto their free service with commercials. They didn't even want to bother being like, oh, this is part of our thing. They're like, no, this is. Give that to the others. We don't want to be associated with that. Essentially, they sent their own movie straight to video. So, and it feels like it. It just, the characters are insufferable. I didn't like them. I don't really care. The plot moves when it needs to move, not because it's organic or the characters deserve to have it move or they've earned it. Characters just sort of react to things because that's the next place that the story needs to go in like a storyboard. You know, when they struck the film out, it's just not, it's not great. It's not a good film. I've seen worse this year. I would much rather watch a shitty romantic comedy than some shitty, boring 3-hour epic drama or something. I don't know, but it's still not a good film. It's still not something I'm gonna be like, yeah, go see it. Recommend this. Yeah, it had audio description. Did it tell me who the damn narrator was? No. Just descriptive video works. Well, descriptive video works isn't a person. So thanks for that. Is it competent audio description? I don't know. What I will say about the audio description is we got a problem. We have a problem potentially here. If you use Amazon devices in your room, you're going to want to unplug them. Because that's her main name. The main character's name is the same name that you're going to use to wake your Amazon device. So that's why I'm not using it right now, just in case, because I don't want to upset your devices. Yep, mine responded to the audio description, and that's when I was like, I'm going to unplug you for the duration of this film. So I can speak from experience that if you're using her name as the wake word, it will wake during the film with an audio description. Annoyingly so. So, mine did, so I'm just assuming anybody else's Amazon device. I think you guys know what you're picking up what I'm putting down. So that's your warning about the audio description. I mean, I don't have a problem with the audio description, except for the fact that it presents an interesting conundrum for us blind folk, because they don't actually say her name that frequently in the context of the film, but every damn 5 seconds they're telling us what she's doing with her own name. So they use it a lot in the audio description, a lot. So you're either going to be driven insane by your device constantly responding and I don't understand, I can't do that, trying to freak out over there, or just preemptively, if you use a different wake word, cool. I know there's like Ziggy, and do that. You know, go with your life. But if you use the main one, you've been warned. Not that you should watch this movie. I'm definitely saying do not watch this movie. It is shit. Anyway, time to grade it. Love accidentally, or whatever the fuck this movie is called. I'm gonna give it a D minus. It's like slightly above an F. I never want to see this thing again. I feel sorry for anybody who does watch this film. The world deserves better than this film. If you want to watch this film, just watch You've Got Mail. Yeah, there's nothing good here, other than the fact that it's, because of the genre that it is, it somehow is less painful to watch than other genres. There are other films I've watched where I've just been like trying, like, I want to turn off the film, and I guess I finished the film, so kudos. Plus, as I've said in multiple reviews this year, I saw Marmaduke this year, so like every film is based now on, is it as bad as Marmaduke? And I always find myself ever since Marmaduke going, no, it's not as bad as Marmaduke. So I haven't given an F since I've seen Marmaduke. I'm still waiting for that film that I'm like, yup, that's as bad as Marmaduke. I don't know if that film's ever going to come, but we'll find out. Eventually I'll forget I hate Marmaduke that much, and I'll be able to give another film an F again. But for now, most films are safe. Anyway, yeah, this is on Freevee, so even if you're not subscribing to anything, you can watch this. Please don't. All right, let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. MacTheMovieGuy.com is my website. You can go to the audio description project and see what else has audio description. Please, anything else. And you can also go to theadna.org, and I don't know. It usually, this is the part where I tell you check out what the narrator's doing, but they didn't bother to list the narrator here. I don't know. It's probably the narrator's choice. They're probably, please don't put my name on this. So yeah. Well, I did it. Now I still have to watch the other two movies that are probably better than this one. God, I hope that Persuasion movie is better than this. It's got Dakota Johnson. I'm pulling for her. That's it. I'll be watching that soon. Look for my review. Until then.